This is the long version of my cardiology story. I don't know if it's like an actual heart problem or if it's like an iron problem. I haven't gotten down to the bottom of it. We're still in the middle of trying to figure it out. One day I found out I was pregnant and I have been mostly fine. So I went to my OBGYN for a hemoglobin test. I had passed out one day and I got an IV. Tons of time went by. A few weeks later, I was with my cousin. I was like in her car and I started overheating and I passed out in her car. And that happened like 5 minutes later. At this point, I had already had a hemoglobin test and it came back at like 10.9. Like, it was supposed to be at 11 and it was like enough, good enough that they weren't worried about it. So then I passed out in my cousin's car. I went back to the doctor. I had told him that I passed out, which is why he ordered the second hemoglobin test. And it came back like maybe a point lower than it was before. Still wasn't worried about it. He said, well, I want to make sure that's not your heart, so let's get you in with the cardiologist. Then I had my gestational diabetes test. Cardiologist, they told me I could have a hole in my heart, so let's do this bubble study. A week of monitoring your heart with a heart monitor. Today, I'm gonna attach that to my chest, have my heart be monitored. Last night when I went to bed, my heart rate was 130. This morning when I went to work, I almost passed out and I tested my heart rate and it was at 80. I'm not a doctor, so don't take this as medical advice. It's normal for me, I guess, maybe. I had a gestational diabetes test to make sure that I didn't have gestational diabetes, because when you get pregnant, it can cause even healthy people that are like skinny petite people. Not that I'm a skinny petite girl, but like larger women cannot have it. Skinny people can have it. Like it doesn't discriminate against weight. It doesn't discriminate against health. You have to be monitored if you have gestational diabetes even closer, because your baby can be big. Big babies are no good because they can be stillborn, which is very sad. Don't have gestational diabetes on that same day. They tested my hemoglobin again for the third time. When she took it that day, it was a 9.8 and it should be at 11. It could be causing me to have low blood pressure. That's why I could be feeling lightheaded and fainting. So it could not be my heart, it could be my hemoglobin, which is basically the iron in your blood not taking enough oxygen throughout your body. It's basically anemia, from what I'm understanding. I'm not a doctor once again. I have been ordered to take iron supplements for the rest of my pregnancy, 3 days a week. So we're gonna figure out how to put this on. It looks like this, and you put it basically right here on your chest, because your heart is not actually on the right side. It's kind of towards the middle. Adhesives, I'm being told that they're not overly comfortable and they can cause rash. Not rip them off every day. This is gonna read the electricity in my heart. Tell the doctor when my heart rate is fast or when it is slow. I did take my heart rate when I was there, and the study that came back was normal. The story behind that is that I sat down wearing no bra. She was like, I'm gonna need access to your chest. And I had to like literally lift up my shirt, and I had to like flash this girl because I wasn't wearing nipple covers. However, I don't know. Had I been wearing a bra, I'm assuming that she wouldn't have made me take it off. You see everything in the medical field, so. And then I just wear this for like a week, I guess. Somebody asked if my heart's being monitored because I'm pregnant and if it's like normal to have your heart monitored. No, like my sisters have had babies, my sister-in-law had babies. Pregnancy is so different for everybody. Like some people get morning sickness, some people don't. I know personally people who have had pregnancies that like they didn't even know they were pregnant ever, and people who have had pregnancies that they didn't know they were pregnant till like 5 months. It's called a cryptic pregnancy, and basically you find out between months 5 and 9, like the day that you're giving birth, that you are pregnant. Some people hold their babies, even like some of the tiniest women, they hold their babies in so tight, or like so, I don't know what it is, but their baby just sits so funny in them that like you don't know that you're pregnant. Some women are very large when they're pregnant and some women are not. It affects you so different. Some women are throwing up every single day of their pregnancy for 9 months. Some people don't throw up ever. Pregnancy is so weird, and it can cause you to like have symptoms that of things that like you wouldn't have had if you weren't pregnant. And the day that you give birth, they can go away, or they can stick around for the rest of your life. Like pregnancy can cause issues. Pregnancy and childbirth are like one of the women need support during childbirth and pregnancy, and a lot of people don't realize how much trauma women really go through when they are giving birth or when they are pregnant. I feel like a lot of women don't speak up about it because they feel like they're not able to, and I think it's really sad. Some women love being pregnant, some women absolutely hate being pregnant, and it's just really different for everybody. I personally, right now, I hate being pregnant. Like, I can't wait until I'm done. I want him to cook for as long as he needs to, which is 40 weeks. Women go through pregnancy all the time. Yes, that is true. That is a fact. But it doesn't make any woman's like feelings any less valid. Women should be validated in feeling how they feel, and it's just that like not all women are like complaining. Like it can be so hard to be pregnant, and I feel like just because women do it all the time, and you're not the only one who's been through it, like that is true, but it doesn't mean it's any less hard. If you want kids, if you don't want kids, awesome. One thing that's not talked about enough, which every single OB that I have seen has validated me in, is like, even if you're planning your pregnancy, whether you're planning your pregnancy or not, like it is stressful for both men and women, and like there are times that you can be mad that you are pregnant, or like mad at your baby. It's normal to feel the different ways that you feel. Like, just talk to somebody, because that's the only way it's gonna fix anything, and like get a support system who is gonna like help you and support you through the things that you're going through.